Leftovers of the heart. The first time Sam noticed her, it was raining. Not the soft, romantic kind of rain, but the hard, relentless kind that soaks through jackets and drags umbrellas down the street. He was coming out of the diner with a paper bag of takeout when a small wheeled chair creaked behind him. "Sir, leftover." The voice was barely audible, but it carried a quiet dignity. He looked down. A girl no older than 16, pale, frail, and clearly struggling, held out a small chipped plastic container. Her legs didn't move, but her hands were steady. Her eyes were sharp, intelligent, but tired. Sam hesitated. Most people would have ignored her, given a shrug, or tossed a coin. But something in her gaze stopped him. "You want this?" he asked, holding up the bag. She nodded. "Thank you, sir," she whispered. That was the start of his quiet curiosity. Day after day he saw her outside the same diner, sometimes in the park across the street, always asking politely for leftovers. She never begged for money, never complained, just asked, always with that dignity. One night he decided to follow her. He wanted to know where she went after the diner, if she had family, if anyone cared. The streets were slick, the neon signs reflecting in puddles as he trailed her. She moved slowly but with purpose, her chair rolling steadily over cracks in the pavement. After 20 minutes, she arrived at an abandoned lot behind a block of old apartments. Sam stopped, hiding behind a rusted dumpster. Inside the lot were about a dozen children, ragged but laughing, gathered around a makeshift fire. Some were barefoot, some had nothing but tattered blankets. And there she was, sharing the takeout he had given her with them. Carefully dividing the food, passing a piece of bread to one, a scrap of chicken to another. Every bite was measured to ensure no one went hungry. Sam's chest tightened. He had assumed she was the one in need, but here she was, selfless, giving what little she had to others. The weight of her quiet heroism hit him. A poor paralyzed girl caring for children worse off than herself, creating a little world of warmth in the cold city. He stepped forward, and the firelight caught his face. "Hey, you shouldn't be out here alone." Her head turned, surprise flickering in her eyes. I'm fine," she said softly. "No," he said gently. "You're not fine. And these kids, they deserve more than scraps." From that night on, Sam became a regular visitor. He brought blankets, books, and food, slowly helping her organize a small safe space for the children. She never asked for help. She only ever wanted to share. But now she had someone who could give her a chance to rest while she continued giving. Weeks later, standing outside the lot, he watched her laugh as a little boy held a burnt but treasured piece of bread in his hands. Sam realized something profound. Kindness isn't always about wealth or power. It's about intention. Even when life is harsh, generosity can bloom in the unlikeliest hearts. And as he drove home that night, rain washing the streets clean again, he smiled, knowing that one small act of noticing someone's struggle had turned into a ripple of hope. Sometimes leftovers are the beginning of miracles. Over the next few weeks, Sam found himself thinking about her constantly. Her name was Mia, and each time he saw her, he was reminded that courage and kindness don't always look like the heroes in movies. They can be quiet, fragile yet unbreakable. One evening, as he brought extra blankets and sandwiches, he noticed something unusual. Mia's chair was empty. Panic tightened his chest as he scanned the lot. Then he heard it, a faint giggle coming from a corner of the lot behind a stack of old crates. He hurried over. Mia was crouched beside a small makeshift garden she'd somehow managed to grow between the cracks of the pavement. Tiny green shoots peeked from the dirt, nourished by leftover water and scraps of soil. The children were helping, giggling as they carefully patted down the earth. "They're my garden kids," Mia said quietly when Sam knelt beside her. "I wanted them to have something, alive, something that grows even when life's hard." Sam felt a lump in his throat. He realized then that she wasn't just feeding their bodies. She was feeding their spirits, giving them a sense of hope and pride in something they could nurture. "I want to help," he said. And from that day forward, he did. He arranged for volunteers to bring food, clothing, and school supplies. He worked with Mia to make the lot safer, adding tarps for shelter and small tables for meals. But the real magic wasn't in the donations. It was in the laughter, the shared stories, and the bond that grew between the children and Mia. And it was in the way Sam's heart changed. Learning to see beyond appearances and circumstances, understanding that heroism comes in the form of compassion. One rainy evening, as Sam helped the children huddle under a tarp, Mia looked up at him. Her eyes, reflecting the soft light of lanterns, were steady. "Thank you," she whispered, "for noticing me, for believing in us." Sam shook his head, fighting back tears. "No, thank you. You've shown me what real courage looks like. You've shown all of us." As the rain fell outside, the lot glowed with warmth and laughter. Sam realized that some of the most extraordinary people are the ones who ask for so little, yet give everything they have, and that sometimes, following someone's quiet footsteps leads you to witness a miracle. From that day, the lot wasn't just a place for leftovers. It was a place of hope, a testament to the power of selflessness, and proof that even in a harsh world, humanity can thrive if someone simply chooses to care.